Hey guys, sorry I can't be with you today, but I just wanted to say hey and give you your assignment. I'm in Denver because my sister had back surgery and she's been in the hospital for about 6 days, so she just came out today. So I'm helping her get settled back in. So that's why I'm not there. However, I really want you guys to make sure that you're doing all your work and making sure that you keep on improving your writing skills. And one of the ways you can do that is by improving on your comma usage. Some of you guys, when you're writing your essays, your commas are, you're like, ooh, I haven't used a comma in a while. Guess I'll just put one in here. Sometimes you guys don't think you need a comma. So what I've designed is a lesson where you're going to learn why good authors use commas the way that they do, and how that kind of helps make it easier to read and understand. So what you're going to do, you're going to take the essays and the articles that you read the last, I guess it was 2 weeks ago. One was on the Me Too movement and Cristiano Ronaldo. The other one was on Rodney King. And, we talked about the Black Lives Matter movement and police brutality. And then the third one that we read, that was a nonfiction piece, an informational text, was that report on high school dropouts. I want you to take those 3 texts. You already have those, most likely. If you don't, there's some extra ones located in the front of the classroom on the left on that small table. And I want you to take those pieces, and I want you to take the comma rules. Now, the sub might have them printed out. If they're not printed out, just go on eClass. I've already uploaded the comma rules. There's 4 pages of comma rules. And I want you to look at these rules, and I want you to go through the text. And you'll have the rules, and you'll have the text. And every time you come across a comma in the text, I want you to find which rule the author is using in that instance. So for example, if the author said people were beaten, comma, murdered, comma, and sprayed with tear gas, I want you to go through and figure out, why did the author use those 3 commas? So you would go through and find the rule that says use a comma to separate multiple items in a list. And usually there's examples on those. So you would write down the whole rule, and you would write down the whole sentence that the comma is being used in. I know that's a lot of writing. I want you guys, also a lot of y'all got to improve your spelling. So copying these sentences, writing down these comma rules explicitly, word for word, it's going to be good practice for you. So I want you to find 20 instances that there are commas used, and I want you to correspond them with which comma rules are being used. So you might go to the next sentence and it says, Cristiano Ronaldo is not the only one who has been accused of sexual assault, comma, but he is the one who has gained the most attention because of his crime, period. Now, that's a fake sentence. He hasn't been sentenced or convicted for a crime. I'm just using that as an example. So you would go in that sentence and you'd find there's a comma used before the but, and you know that it corresponds with that comma rule that says use a comma and a coordinating conjunction to separate 2 independent clauses. So you would write down the whole sentence in the text, and then you would write down the whole comma rule. And those need to be side by side. You could do it in a T-chart, or you could list them all and put the comma rule underneath the sentence, but whatever way you want to do it. So hopefully that makes sense. If you have questions, I will have my phone so you can text me on Remind. But that's what you're doing the whole class period. If for some reason you get through half of those and you're like, I'm really not trying to do all of this, you can always start working on your Day of the Dead assignment, where you're supposed to research some element of Day of the Dead. And we're going to have a presentation at the public library on the things that you discover. That assignment is also on eClass, so if you have questions, just ask someone in class. But you can also go back on eClass and reread the directions. You can also text me on Remind. You might have a little bit of grammar left. Some of you guys still haven't finished the grammar from last week. And if you haven't noticed, the last couple weeks we've really been working on understanding why good authors use the kind of grammar rules and punctuation and language usage, because I really want you guys to hone your craft of being a good writer. But I also want you to understand why certain authors use the grammar and techniques that they use, so that you can better understand what they're trying to communicate or figure out what the sentence is even saying. So if you have any questions, again, text me on Remind, ask your friend in the class. you have to turn in something by the end of class. I am expecting you to turn in your comma rules tomorrow. If you get most of the way done, you should work on something else if you got bored, but something needs to be turned in. Okay? Hope you guys have fun. I'll see you on Tuesday or Wednesday.